supposed to lose this election.
Respect.
All right, so
Carl.
Yes, sir.
We talk.
Yes, sir. All right.
Debian.
All right.
Debian.
Yes, I'm here.
Keep up the work.
Yes, I'm here.
Keep up the work.
Yes.
Keep up the work and don't stay far.
All right, no problem. You know, I've always been online. I'm always listening,
Bless up.
Okay. Keep on listening and come in the back sometime. Stay in touch.
All right, no problem.
So we'll be back 5:30, neighbor. We'll be back.
Casey.
Yes.
You're at work?
Yes.
All right. Make a sandwich for me, sister. I'll be stopping. I'll be stopping by soon. You hear?
Okay. Cool.
And Shani, do you want a sandwich too? Shani? She just come up. I'm coming back on about 5:30 this afternoon. Okay. So I'll check you soon, Casey.
Okay. Cool.
All right. Cool. Take care of yourself.
Okay. You too, boss.
Bobby Fry. No, it's from Info Media. Come here, man. You Info Media. Aren't you live now? Info? Aren't you live now? Info Media. You see my phone. Info. Sure. Man. Info Media.
Yes, sir.
Buy me one phone, man. You can't. You phone damage. You know what one?
I want your bad news about me about money, man.
Eh?
I want your bad news about me. Why the hell is that your bad news about me?
Well, go on. You a big laborite like you, man. No must. But aren't you live now?
Yeah, I just finished a program now.
Okay, you don't stay on for long. Well, we'll be back at 5:30. Big
up yourself, Betsy. I know tomorrow I'll be in Westmoreland.
Okay. What's happening in Westmoreland tomorrow?
George Wright massive conference and workers meeting tomorrow.
Oh, wow. And that will be live on your YouTube channel.
Yes, and I get a poll that George Wright is leading Dwayne Vaz by 10%.
3%?
10.
10?
Yes.
You have a poll that says that George Wright is ahead of Vaz.
A leak poll to Infomedia that George Wright is leading Dwayne Vaz by 10%. The PNP contemplated to remove him as we speak.
You mean that the PNP is considering removing Vaz?
As we speak.
But isn't it that will be too late, Info?
That's what some of people are saying. I understand the General Secretary is saying too late.
Yes, but Central Westmoreland has always been you do have strong support in Central, don't you?
No, over the years it has been diminishing. Over the years, the votes have been eroded in Central Westmoreland. If you check the statistics, every year Marlene go close to defeat Roger Clark, then the lady go close. So it's always eroding. The numbers are always coming down.
Yes. You know, the PNP may be unraveling Info. They can't find us. Garfman?
Neighbor.
Garfman, how are you doing?
Good afternoon. I'm doing well. I hear the very ambitious program and the tail end about the young and about Damian Young, the aspirant for the Jamaica Labour Party.
Yes.
But question for you: does your charity organization there in Jamaica it need any money?
Boy, I tell you, Garfman, you wouldn't even understand.
All right, so I guess it needs money.
Neighbor don't need.
No, don't worry yourself, man. But neighbor, let me say this to you wholeheartedly and 100%. If Michael Phillips lose in Manchester, if Donovan Mitchell lose in Central Manchester, you can put it in your books that Garfman will send you $250 towards a charitable organization, yeah?
250 US?
250 US.
Put it up a little more. When I say 2005.
No, well, I don't know why you do that.
Since you are so confident, give me 250.
No. I will give 250. $250 is a breeze. I am not that independently wealthy like Infomeda to give 2,500. But I can give up 250. And let me say this to you. Because I listen to you guys with all your KC and all of that. And I believe that in Warner Brothers in California, they are looking for some clowns, honestly speaking. And I think they will do much better.
Jan.
Getting a job with Warner Brothers.
No, Garfman, let me ask you a question. Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question, Garfman?
Sure, most definitely.
Were you expecting to have lost St. Catherine Southeastern to Robert Miller last time?
Not at all. But I must also tell you too.
No man.
Robert Miller can pack his bag also.
Well, no, I'm not speaking about no. I'm only saying to you that was not a seat that you were expected to lose.
Just like Central Manchester with Peter Bunting.
Did you expect that Peter Bunting would have got beaten in Central last time?
Yes, I know that 100%.
You felt that Peter would have lost?
No, it's not what I felt, it's what I know. I am from Royal Flat, Manchester, neighbor.
Yes.
Listen to me again. I am from Royal Flat, Manchester. Enos Reed is my grandfather. Okay? That entire central Manchester region, we knew that Peter Bunting would have lost that election. And that wasn't no secret. In the People's, I'm not even saying in the People's National Party. That wasn't no secret in central Manchester.
Yes.
The writing was on the wall. The people were saying it. Normally, if you go out a Royal Flat Square and you go down a shop pizza, what them call it shop pizza, that writing was on the wall. Go across the street, a Butler Place, the writing was there. Go to Henry's Place in Royal Flat Square.
What about Westmoreland? Did you know that the Labour Party would have swept Westmoreland and Hanover?
Well, neighbor, is one thing I'm going to tell you now. I cannot speak for no other parish in Jamaica outside, or no other constituency or parish outside of Manchester. For frankly speaking, I cannot speak on that, but what I can tell you, if you are putting your pot on fire for Donovan Mitchell to lose in central Manchester, for Michael Phillips to lose out there, you're going to have a sad story coming, and Peter Bunting will win in South Manchester. And I will tell you this, the People's National Party, whether or not you want to believe it, upside, outside, in or out, the People's National Party, whenever the election is called, whether it is called 24 hours from now or a year from now, the People's National Party guarantees 3 seats in Manchester. I am not going to tell you they are going to win Manayard seat. I will guarantee you 3 seats, 3-1 in Manchester. Whether or not you want to put that in your pipe and smoke it or vape it, your choice. But I will tell you, if Michael Phillips loses, I will send you $250 to your charity in Olaba, which I have done so before, and I have no. All right?
Can you join me at 5:30?
No need to join me at 5:30. 5:30. Actually, at a Morgan Heritage concert at 5:30, so I'm a bit busy taking up. But what I'm saying, please, I'm not going to tell you, sir, you're hustling the minds of the people. I do understand the politics. I do understand the forecaster. They have to do what they are doing. But you are going to come back on your same life when all of these predictions that they have made, and they are going to turn you in an incompetent neighbor. Maintain the integrity, maintain the sanity. Be careful what you are doing.
No, but hold on there before you go, Mr. Garfman. You sound as if the forecast is affecting you.
No, it's not.
It seems like the forecast are trouble the PNP.
No, not at all.
My goodness gracious. What is this I am hearing? This is only a little TikTok program, man. Why is the forecast causing such stir? Huh?
No, what I would like to do, what I would like the forecaster to do, since they know this so well in Manchester, since I am not casting a bet to gain anything in a
Garfman, if you were not a man that I have some amount of respect for, I would have cut you off because you come here calling us a clown. Yeah, that we should.
that's political.
But I expect a higher standard from you.
Oh, okay, all right. No. What I'm saying,
you care to withdraw that?
Yes, I will withdraw that wholeheartedly, 100%. I will withdraw.
Let me ask you a question. Is Don Anderson a clown?
I will tell you Don Anderson us to the minds of the people.
Is he a clown?
Well, Don Anderson is an actuary. He's a professional forecaster. It's not only polls, market research. The very companies that we use around the world and the Caribbean, Don Anderson does market research for them. But yet still,
let me ask you a question. Is not polling and forecasting opinions, really?
Yes, it is.
Hold on, man. And just as how you are able to come here, and I allow you to say that Bunting will win South, you don't have any empirical evidence that Phillips will win Northwestern. You don't have any empirical evidence. Why is it that other people can't, with data, put a suggestion on the table?
No, neighbor, you don't know what evidence I have from the evidence I don't have.
But then even if you have evidence, it is still an opinion.
Well, and I will tell you this, and I will go off on this particular opinions of mine, of Michael Phillips and Donovan Mitchell and Peter Bunting. I am entitled to my own facts.
Are you God?
No, I am not the supreme being, neighbor. But what I will tell you,
are you omniscient?
No, sir. What I will tell you, neighbor,
which means that every person who makes a prediction on the election coming up is only that. They can't be 100% correct.
But neighbor, I hold on, neighbor. And I'm going to talk a bit time. But neighbor, when you hear your forecasters speak, right? When you hear your forecasters speak, and I realize as the days go by, you get more people in the fold who are forecaster, which nothing is wrong because it's all accurate of the game, and you are. These guys speak, you left to believe if someone was joining your live for the first time, you would have wanted to believe that these people are God Almighty and people now will be misled because the way how they speak and the way how their prediction is going on, they speak as if like it is written in stones.
Let me ask you a question before you go. Is Politics Plus as popular as TVJ?
If it's your radio program is as popular as TVJ,
Yes.
For the space that you compete in, and you
What about as popular
people that you are reaching? Of course, you're popular.
Yeah, is it as influential as TVJ?
Of course, most definitely. Don't fool yourself.
You are saying that Politics Plus with your neighbor is as influential as TVJ?
Of course.
Oh my God!
Neighbor, why is it? Neighbor, then why would if you weren't influential? What time did you start this morning?
I started at 10 o'clock.
And what time you are ending now? 12:40, right?
Yes.
So you are telling me if you had nothing popular to your program, you think you would have lasted for so many hours per day, per segments?
I don't know.
But there's one thing I want you to be mindful of, though. Not because that you are popular, that doesn't mean it will equal the direction that you want your argument to go.
No, man. No, hear what I'm saying to you, sir. This program has no comparative popularity or influence as the Gleaner or TVJ.
No, neighbor, you are wrong. You are wrong.
You are wrong.
Yes, sir, you are wrong. Because based on the fact of the matter, the mere fact is one thing I learned from someone in radio say, when you turn on a radio, you speak to an individual person. You are not speaking to the mass. And that is why you say, I am speaking to you. But while you're speaking to me, that you multiply in the hundreds, in the thousands, and in the 100,000. So you're speaking to you. You is plural, neighbor. So when you're speaking to one man and you're speaking to you, that means it's a multiple you're speaking to, neighbor, not one person.
Well, I appreciate this perspective from you. But the point I wish to make is that Dr. Campbell did not put out a statement on our forecasting, but he put out one on Dan Anderson.
Doesn't make a difference what Dr. Campbell will do or what he has not done. The mere fact of the matter, more than one person tag on to your program, it means people are listening. And it means, and for someone to listen for 3-4 hours, that means that person finds something that they like or they don't or they dislike. A lot of us, like myself, I listen to nationwide radio. I don't necessarily like nationwide radio. I listen to a Fox News. I don't necessarily like a Fox News, but I listen to radio. I listen to everybody, a wide aspect, to see the angle where everybody is going. Simple as that. You see negativity. You see, a lot of people, like when we as Jamaicans, right? We as Jamaicans, when somebody criticizes you, they take it negative. You see, when people criticize me, neighbor, which they are doing now in the space, it empowers me. Because the mere fact that you find my time to criticize me, that means I am doing something. Simple as that. And keep in mind, I'm a salesman. So I'm just as good as my last sales.
But I tell you, I had no idea that this program was causing such pain in the PNP.
It's not about the PNP.
No, but hold on. But I had no idea, Carl, that this program, Politics Plus, had any influence in Jamaica. What is this I'm hearing?
I that is the first time I'm hearing this, because I just want to get to ask Garland what is his point? What is the bigger point that you're trying to bring up? Is it that you're saying that people are listening to neighbors program and are running away with information and you know what I mean, as if to say, well, it is written in stone.
Compared to Dan Anderson?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Carl. For you to ask a question like that, it makes no sense whatsoever.
Why?
Again, let me repeat. How long you were on the program this morning?
No.
I asked you a question. How long were you on the program this morning?
Well, I was basically on the program for the duration of the program.
Okay, how long is it? 3 hours? About 3 hours, 4 hours?
Yeah, but yeah, approximately that. And your
Okay,
point?
approximately 4. Okay. So,
Yeah.
so the question you asked me, if your program, if you were on the program for 4 hours this morning and people were not engaged on the program, you think you would be on the program if people weren't engaged?
Yes, I agree to that, but I want to know
Okay, so let me ask you another question.
Yeah.
Do you believe because you're on the program and 1,000 people are engaged for the last 4 hours, you believe 1,000 people is in sync with what you are saying?
Not necessarily, but for the most part.
Then.
But for the most
So
part.
use that answer. So use that answer.
Hold on.
Let him finish, HR, please.
Make him finish, Guru. Make him finish. I want to get the point up with go ahead.
So you look into what I'm saying and tell me if it makes sense to you. I mean, that makes sense to you because I may be an idiot, I may be a clown.
Makes sense of what? What is the point? What's the point to make?
There you go. All I will tell you, I want you to make sense of this. Since I am not making sense, I want you.
No, I'm not saying. No, I'm not saying I'm not making sense. I'm just saying. Tell us what you're getting at.
Okay, let me tell you what we're getting at. Let me tell you what we're getting at, and I will raise the ante. I will put up $500. I will send that money to the neighbor because to be hosted man in that area. I will send him that money right now through money. $500 and make sure you put up $500 and when your neighbor tell me that he have $500 from you, notify me. He has my number, and if Michael Philip lose in Manchester, you have $500 more to your coffers. Make that make sense to you. Make that make sense to you. That's what I want. Make that make sense to you.
Garland.
Garfman, not Garland.
Garfman. Is what neighbor is doing is a forecast. Okay?
Are you the forecast? Okay, do you? Neighbor.
Wait for 5 minutes, man. Don't run yet.
No, man, I have something for 2 o'clock for the neighbor. I don't have prosperity. So this is what I'm saying to you. Anybody, listen to me. Any one of your followers, any one of your forecasters, because they have the empirical evidence, they have the statistics, and I will raise the ante again. I will put up $1,000. I will, anytime you call me and tell me that you have that $1,000 from anybody who is forecasting, anybody, I don't care who it is, I will send you that $1,000 because I know where to find them. And I believe that I will send that money in a heart ASAP, stating that Mickey will not lose his seat. That makes sense.
Garfman.
And because Garfman don't have the numbers.
Sorry,
yes, sir.
Garfman. But what I'm saying, Garfman, what neighbor is having, we are having a forecast. It's not written in stone.
I agree.
Okay?
I agree.
Hold on, Garfman. If you're if you go to other platforms that is supporting your side, they would have articulated the same forecast that Michael Phillips is going to win the seat. The forecast this morning, what Casey have said, which I agree to, is that there's a 50-50 chance. A 50-50 chance does not mean necessarily that Michael Phillips is going to lose the seat. Okay? So if it's that what you're saying, that we are predicting an outright Michael Phillips victory, a Damian Young victory, that is not the case. We give it a 50-50. A 50-50 chance is not saying that one party is going to win over the other. What we are saying, going into an election... Repeat that?
I agree. So it's okay. So
why? So if you're agreeing, then so why are you saying? Hold on, Garpan. So if you're agreeing, why are you saying you're going to put up money to bet if and that Michael is going to win? We didn't say that he was going to lose. It's a 50-50. So you get to that you're going to put up money to bet and all those kind of things.
You are breaking up.
You're breaking up, man. We're not hearing.
Stay card. Stay card.
Let us leave me tell you. Let us go to Central Manchester. What is the chances of
Central Manchester is that road that has the edge. But we never call that as
does Mr. Carl want to take it? Oh, okay.
Yes, I can answer that. I expect outrightly, based on the last performance in the last election, that Rowood Crawford, in my opinion, is going to win the seat.
Okay, perfect. Stop. Do you want?
No.
You're breaking up, Garpan, man. You're
not making sense.
You're driving.
Yeah, this is poor about broadcast.
I'm stationary.
Give him some more chance. I want to have a little debate with him. Go ahead.
We're not hearing him. He's a broadcast man. You know, he knows about broadcasting. We can't produce this for the listeners. Tell us when you're ready, Garfman, and we'll bring you back in. Okay, we're not running away. But you hear what the man's saying. You hear what the man's saying about the program. Flabbergasted. Boy,
right, yeah, because no one is saying that, and you so quickly move the goalpost because he came up here, right, stoutly saying that we are saying that Michael Phillips stand no chance. When the forecaster say it's a 50-50 chance. You see how disingenuous that is?
Well, I think what is causing more problem is that the forecaster is suggesting that the Jamaica Labour Party is starting the election with 26 safe seats. I think that is big news in Jamaica. It's big news, and that the PNP only starts with 8. Boy, KC, I tell you, I'm coming to see you shortly. we may need security.
But if it's panicking, then it's not impossible that the Labour Party can win, not West Manchester.
But Parkman is suggesting that this program carries more weight than TVJ Carl.
No. That's
nonsense, neighbor. But
that's
the
nonsense.
I want to ask Garth, my neighbor, when I was passing the live and I heard him say he's entitled to his own facts, and I just want him to explain that, because what I find with comrades, you know, they seem to be laboring under this delusion of grandeur, misapprehension of themselves, and I just want to explain what I mean by that. When you say he's entitled to his own facts, what do you mean by that? Because if you're entitled to your own facts, what happens to absolute truth? Because there is such a thing as absolute truth, you know. So if you're entitled to your own facts,
we've lost him.
That's total nonsense. No one can entitle to their own facts.
Exactly. So I want him to explain that. I want him to explain.
No, entitled to his own opinion. Facts is facts. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It go right across the board. It cannot be refuted. It's something that is proven and tested. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I get where he's coming from in a guru. I think he's kind of nervous because with the traction that neighbor program is getting, I think just as Oda is trying to perk up the People's National Party, this program, people are listening to it and it makes a lot of sense. You know what I mean? Because if anyone listens,
may I say something to you, Carl? That in all truth and fact, and to be honest with you, there is no one that can reputably challenge Casey's arguments, you know, because I think Casey does the research and look carefully at the historical facts. Tell me one of those seats, of those 26 seats that Casey says the Labour Party can't lose, that you would say they're going to lose it. One.
Let him tell you. No, let him tell you. Let him tell you.
Because anyone. You're going to tell me that the PNP is going to win Central with Babsy Grange?
No.
Huh?
No, it's impossible.
Come talk to me carefully now.
I don't
the
know.
PNP is going to win Central St. Catherine?
No.
Neighbor, just a minute. Sorry. Good day to everybody. But just like the thing that HR clarified, neighbor, it is a thing where you have to go back to, We can't make it pause because here why it is important. That's why I made a type it away in the chat. You have to understand, say, Garth man, I try dictate the pace of the platform and also try to discredit the pollster in a subliminal way. So when you made it pass till HR have to come and clarify that, neighbor, that is also something we should never pass you. Because you have to know, say, naturally, if a man make an argument, say, him entitled to his own facts, what about the exact truth? You can't make a thing like that slip, neighbor. I'm disappointed how you make that slip for too long.
He's
maybe, neighbor. Remember, you have to dictate your platform as well.
Maybe he misspoke, sir.
No, sir, but at the same time, neighbor, I'm talking to you now. How did you make that slip? Because I was typing it away in the chat repeatedly, sir. So you acknowledge that you ask the man the question because you have an audience, sir. I have to be careful how people put out information to youngsters, sir. How dare a man come on a platform to say that, he's entitled to his own fact. That is a nonsensical argument, sir. He cannot be qualified. He cannot be qualified at all by none of us. Even if I was the one that said it, it can never be qualified. Entitled to your own facts.
No, you're right.
That means Delroy. Anything him say, no. I saw it right now. If it is incorrect.
It's opinion.
Come on, neighbor, man. I continue program still. That's why I'm vexed that HR have come. Because you shall never make it past, neighbor, man. Come on.
Neighbor, let me give you some context about Gaffman. Earlier you said you have a lot of respect for Gaffman. That's why you don't throw him off. I used to have the same level of respect for Gaffman. But Gaffman has now slipped into the gutter with the rest of the people and what you see. And social media talk, the PNP politics. Gaffman gone into that gutter now. Gaffman is no different from a caution or anyone, one of the other one. Gaffman is in
indifferent with fluency, more articulate, so him easier to deceive.
When Gaffman come and speak, Gaffman is now speaking to cut his share of the $1 billion. Gaffman, when Gaffman he just speak anything about the PMP, he gets very angry. I don't know if you could hear it in his voice earlier. He get angry when you speak on that he thinks offends the PMP. Once when there is truth to it. He will come here nearby and will tell us, I don't like when you say that, I don't like when you say this, I don't like when you say that. But yet he will sit on the same PMP platform and sit down with them and hear them tell all sorts of lies and never once open his mouth to correct them. That one is no different than them. Just like you, I used to have that respect for him, but I realize now that he doesn't worth my respect.
Yeah. Well, listeners, I need a co-host because as Delroy is suggesting, I never heard the statement that he's entitled to his own facts. Did you hear it, Carl?
No, I didn't hear it.
There you go. I did not hear
the platform, Labour. I was passing the platform and I heard him. That is why I came up, to respond to it. I wanted to explain what mean that.
Yes, I did not hear that.
And I don't believe for a moment that he misspoke, because if you listen to comrades and their reasoning, it's the same. They create their own facts. They believe their own misstatements. They believe their own lies.
Yes.
So it's not a case of Gaffman misspoke. They genuinely believe that what they're saying is the truth. They are laboring under what I call delusions of grandeur, and I don't, for the life of me, I can't understand why.
Let me ask you a question, though. HR.
Yes.
If a man says that he's entitled to his own facts, then, in my view, that's a non-argument or a non-issue, because anyone with any modicum of intelligence knows that people are not entitled to their own facts. It's almost like a taking onto yourself a bit of sovereignty.
Deity.
Deity, yes. Yes. Yes, God.
He's God.
Yeah, yes, God. That's God.
And that is why I wanted him to explain that for me, neighbor. That is why I came up to ask him the question.
And he must still clarify it, sir. He must come back on the same platform and clarify that so we can understand him, because maybe he can explain it, sir. And we want to hear the explanation, how it makes sense.
I shall reach out to him.
You have to bear in mind too that the audience that they are going for requires no explanation.
Yes. But Chuck, I did not know.
Nervy figure being brought forward by Golf, man. Him scared, man, I tell you.
What hurt Golf, man, is when you
It hurt Golf, man.
When you speak about Central Manchester. Because even though Golf, man, would have told me on many occasions, oh, road is one of the best MP we've ever seen, road do this, road do that. Golf, man, as a so-called intellect who have traveled the world, know what it is to be represented. Golf, man, will sit here and tell you all the great things that Rowood Crawford has done for the city. And Golf, man, will not tell you he will cast a vote for her. So Golf, man, is no different than the rest. Don't make the beautiful speaking for you. Beautiful speaking like Voice of the Nation and Alvaro. Don't make this fool with the beautiful speaking.
But I wouldn't even call that beautiful speaking. That's rumbling. That's ramblings.
Beautiful rumbling.
That's rambling.
All right, guys. 5:30.
All right, neighbor. I'll catch you back 5:30. All right, good.
All right.
Okay, Chuck and HR. Jesus.
Yeah, my neighbor. Man of that respect.
Okay.
Respect, man. Good.
Respect. All right, listen. What a program. What a program today. 1,000 US is being offered. Can I have a listener that will take up that offer? Send me 1,000 US so that Garfman can match it with his 1,000. I need to call him and tell him that I have $1,000 commitment listener. 1,000 US dollars. Rhoda Moy and Michael Phillips will hold on to their seats. $1,000. Wow. That's 55,000 Jamaican dollars. I tell you. Any listener up to the challenge? Boy, the man said the program has more influence than TVJ. Oh? Well, until about just after 5:30, we'll come back and do a couple more hours with KC. KC, how you doing, sir? Boy, you're making waves across Jamaica. Spoke earlier to Damian Young. Damian Young is the Jamaica Labour Party candidate for Northwest Manchester. What a fantastic conversation that was. What a fantastic find, huh? Bright man, and he has a vision, eh? Spoke also to his constituency secretary, Mimi. Hello, Mimi. So 100 Live has said that he's going to be co-hosting with me because Delroy's Gustav says I drop a catch this morning. Come up, let me give you for the job. Come along. Or maybe I should ask Winner.
Boy, neighbor, the time I don't have time is a scarce resource that is
Yes.
on my side.
You're making money.
Boy, you got to work. You have a young one, so he needs to be taken care of. So how you doing, man?
Me?
You know, I heard Gman. I heard him saying he's entitled to his own facts, and PNP, they have things they say they will put out their alternative facts, and there's no such thing in the scientific world that there is
I must have been feeling that silly point. It's a difficult place to catch it up.
Oh yes, man. It's a very, very difficult place to catch. But
you have to go to third man.
You have to be mindful of men who come in clean tuxedos to sit on your profile and on your program. They speak beautifully. They're here to distract and destroy. You know, not everybody loves to see somebody takes control or command of a space, especially when they cannot control the narrative of said person. You become
until just about 5:30. We're gone. You hear? We're gone.